You are friendly, you are kind, you are going to listen to my double friendship prophecy. You're going to hear this many times in many forms, in many videos, just because I think it's cool. And it was alarming when I discovered it. Double friendship prophecy. It is a double bubble prophecy. So crypto moves in cycles. We all know this. Sometimes they're going to change. Sometimes they're going to scam us. We don't know exactly when or how. But in the year 2013, Bitcoin did a double bubble. Then in 2017, Ethereum existed and altcoins did a double bubble. Then in 2021, the cycle we just had, we switched back to Bitcoin. Bitcoin did a double bubble again. So now here I am hypothesizing perhaps in 2025, do we switch back to altcoins? I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. I have it here on the chart. You are wonderful. You are kind. Baby doll friends. Have a look at this. Okay, let's just quickly go. You're going to see this chart. You see this chart here? We're going to zoom in just so you can see. So you can get the power, friend. Look at this. Look at this. Bitcoin's double bubble on the left-hand side. This was the year 2013. Bitcoin went up, and then everyone thought it was over, and then we pumped again. Double bubble. Two of them, okay? Two. Double bubble. You see? Two bubbles. That's what we mean. So in this cycle, very interesting, we had the Bitcoin halving was around here, okay? The Bitcoin halving was around here. If you walk forward about 18 months, you have actually, if you walk forward 18 months from that Bitcoin halving, you land about there. So Bitcoin did a 50x from the Bitcoin halving to the 18-month mark. Now, why is that important? It's because if you go into the next cycle, which I'm going to show you right now, you see this next cycle here, the 2017 cycle here, this one, it was led by Ethereum. Ethereum now existed. Ethereum and the altcoins had two waves. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean and how you can check this. So this is super important to know this because this is what caught everybody in the industry off guard. So what you can do is you can go back to the ETH BTC chart. This is Ethereum versus Bitcoin. And this is where it becomes more apparent. So we believe that you are my friend. And thank you very much for liking, subscribing, press the bell button. Or thank you very much, friends. I appreciate it so much. Bell button, belly button. Okay, press mine and then press yours. You go back to the ETH BTC. You see here, there was a giant hyperwave of Ethereum love and friendship. It stopped midway 2017, drops down, and then we come back for glory again. Now, I know your eyes are just going to see this as a lower high. You're going to think this is a lower high, but no. This was gargantuan in size. This is, I think XRP momentarily flipped Ethereum here. This also here, Verge did a 1000X, which is XVG. This was the final gasp of euphoria, and this was huge this season. So really, it is, they could have stopped here for all we know, right? It could have gone like this. It's just that it so happens to go up here that we pay more attention to it. But this is not like some weakening lower high. They were both gargantuan in size. So remember, we started off the Bitcoin double bubble. Then we had Ethereum double bubble. And we saw that by the ETH BTC. Now we moved into 2021. We got a double bubble again. Let's go in just to show you exactly what happened because we all thought it was over as well. Most of us did, right? Quick, not me. But we all knew it was over, or so we thought, when China banned Bitcoin. So Bitcoin went up, and then crashed. Let me tell you something. During this time here, this is something to think about. When we were in the midst of this turmoil down here, many people from Bitcoin maxis, technical analysts type of people, friends, non-friends, and everybody in between, we were all hoping and praying for a double bubble. We were all clinging on to that hope. We were saying, it's a double bubble, it's a double bubble. And looking back now, you would probably think that was a bit risky because everybody was praying for it. But you actually got it. It actually came. Isn't that crazy? Usually in crypto, when you go pray for something, the opposite happens and everyone gets wrecked. But no, this actually happened. It's fascinating to see. There were many bears who were calling for Bitcoin down to 17K, 15K back then. So they were right. They were just wrong on their time. So we actually did get the, whoa, double bubble. It was a double bubble for sure when you're looking at it like this perspective. But this is the thing. We all know, just to tell you, this double peak here? In this double peak, Bitcoin made a tiny high, and so did Ethereum. but the altcoins didn't. Most of the altcoins did not make a higher high. Only a very few select amount of them did. Most altcoins peaked here in the first bubble. That was when they were done. And if you look back at this cycle, this was a Bitcoin-focused cycle. It truly was. You had Elon Musk. He bought Bitcoin. We had Michael Saylor shilling the top on leverage, billions of dollars, cybernetic hornet's nest. He was going absolutely mental and wild. DCA buying. You even had El Salvador adopting Bitcoin. Major headlines. I would like to ask you this. Please fix your posture. Make sure you have very straight back and pointy elbows when you listen to this. Answer me this. Was there any hype about Ethereum during this season of bull market? No, there wasn't. Of course, Ethereum had its moments, but did Ethereum take over the world? No, it didn't. It was not on the news. There were no rumors. Oh, is there going to be an Ethereum ETF? None of that. It was nothing. It was just Ethereum is too expensive. We saw alt layer ones. Here, we saw alternative ETH killers, right? Alt L1. We see alt L1, that's what I mean. Alternative layer ones, right? It had NFT, gaming, metaverse, dog coins, right? Memes. These were the main narratives that appeared up here. We did not see this love and affection for Ethereum and that greatness, or even altcoins themselves in the way that 2017 brought. 2017 was truly an open canvas. 2017 was, you could launch any coin, any ERC20. You could do anything. It was just fantastic when you think about it from that perspective. But 2021 was a double bubble, Bitcoin focused year. We knew it. We could smell it. The focus was Bitcoin 100K. It was always the Bitcoin target. No one was really throwing out Ethereum 10K. Of course, some influencers were. Yes, they were. We were talking about them. But what was the overwhelming majority? What were they all doing? They're all trying to get everybody in the government to talk about Bitcoin. It really did take over. So that's why it took a turn back. From Bitcoin, double bubble, Ethereum, double bubble, and then the next cycle was Bitcoin double bubble. So that brings us to our next cycle coming up. We are thinking about the future. I'm also thinking about the present because you are a present in my life. Thank you very much, friends, for being part of here. Like, subscribe, press the bell button, or thank you very much. Share with your friends and family. Ethereum and altcoins, maybe. Now, I don't want to focus too much on the Ethereum part because we could get a curveball thrown at us. It doesn't have to be specifically Ethereum, but it has something to do with altcoins. Some sort of double wave. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do right now specifically that helps us win, because it's just like going back in 2015. How were you to know that Ethereum was going to be the blue chip creation of crypto industry? We did not know that, and it carried the whole industry. So when I go back and I look at this and I look at what's ahead in the future, I've drawn for Bitcoin, I've drawn a disappointment. This is why I have a sad face here. This is the Bitcoin chart, not altcoins or total 3. Okay, Bitcoin is the sad disappointment here. We go 80K or something. We come back down in the year 2025, remember? And by the way, this is the Bitcoin halvening. So Bitcoin halvening. We have an 80K. We come back up and everyone thinks, you know, this is going to be saddest, most brutal part, all right? When we are in the middle of 2025, everybody is going to probably do this. Because Bitcoin's going to might be back at 50 or 60K, whatever it is. Don't worry about the US dollar number. Everyone's going to go back to 2021 and say, oh, remember, in 2021, we had a double bubble. And then remember, in 2013, we also had like a double bubble, right? Double bubble, yeah, double bubble. I can feel it. I can feel the crowd and everybody praying that this double bubble happens. But the way these evil masterminds work, I can smell pain and destruction. I'm going to put a mousetrap here. You are a cute little mousetrap. I'm very sorry, friends. Do not go for the cheese in the mousetrap. Unfortunately, if this is a lower high, what's going to happen here? As everybody expects a double bubble. Remember, this is the trajectory everybody expects. Everybody will expect ... That's what everyone expects, 100K plus. But instead, what are the chances of this happening? Kaboosh down. It just seems like a Blackrock Bitcoin ETF has thrown everything off guard here. Or maybe it was pre-programmed from the start. You get everybody in. So this is why I'd like to demonstrate to you how important this is. Because if we never got this Bitcoin Blackrock Spot ETF, it's possible those weak hands, instead of buying in 2024, they would have bought in 2025 and they would have pushed this up 180K. But we are not playing out that world. That's not our timeline. In the universe me and you live through right now, our timeline is not the 100K plus. It still seems like, right? I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. I really, really hope this just blows through, man. That'll be fantastic. But we have to plan for the worst case. What if we get screwed? When you go to war, you don't like hope that everything gets blown up, but you have to prepare for it. So because BlackRock is here, maybe we get an early fast rise push, and people are going to think, so this is incorrectly, people are going to think this early fast rise push is going to be a sign that the bull market is going to be stronger than expected and longer than expected and more powerful than expected. But actually what it is, it's all these poopy heads, instead of buying in 2025 at the top, they're coming and buying here. That's the fast explanation. That is why we're moving up faster. It's not that we have more buyers than we thought. It's that we brought the buyers forward. That is what's going on in markets. And now this is why markets screw everyone all the time, because there's always insiders. So this is how you know playing markets in short term, only 5% are going to win. That's it. Because there's always an insider somewhere on average, and they eventually get information that's going to come out in 3, 6, or 9 months. So then they buy everything now and they push things up, and then they get out because they know what they were buying on the information for. And then suddenly everybody's just trying to trade it and then not know what they're doing. So perhaps it's going to play the same way again. And really, when we look at this double friendship prophecy, we have to remember that there are things we can do to mitigate risk, whether or not this plays out. Because you might even say to me, what's a worst case scenario of this happening? That would be that we don't even get the double bubble of altcoins, which means if we go off, I'm going to show you this, right? I'm going to quickly show you. If we go off every cycle, okay? If we go off every cycle, so we have the Bitcoin halvening here. If we have an exit strategy for altcoins around 12 months after the Bitcoin halvening, right? 12 months is what we want. So November 12th, November 2012. The alt season was November 2013. Exactly 12 months. You see this? That's 12 months here. If you got out your alts in exactly 12 months after the Bitcoin halvening in 2016, you end up selling the ETH BTC high. So now that's 2 for 2. And then if you go to the zombie virus Bitcoin halvening 2020, if you walk forward 12 months, you now have literally, I'm not making this up, you literally have Elon Musk Saturday night live skit. You have 12 months again. That's 3 for 3. 3 for 3, friends. 3 for 3 where I have this drawn out for you. Altcoins went moonshot exactly 12 months after the Bitcoin halvening. This was the end. So whether we have a single bubble or a double bubble for altcoins, which we can't possibly know, we already have it set in stone. The Bitcoin halvening is going to be April 2024. To protect yourself, April 2025. This first arrow, right? So if God wants to bless us, then this second arrow will also entail altcoin friendship. But we're not guaranteed that. This is the bigger one we've got to play for, the main important one. This is where the rubber really meets the road. Here, it'll all come down to, did you prepare? Were you buying in the depression? That's what it's all going to come down to. So now you have a competitive edge over everybody else. Because when we have this buried in our mind, as long as we stay skeptical of this area, we're always going to make it, I promise you. Because once you start to focus on all the scamming, your eyes open up. I will be here making videos for you. Knock on wood, I'm still here. And I will be showing you, look, there's too much euphoria. Michael Saylor, he's got his pants down. There's other Bitcoin maxis. They got Bitcoin tattoos. Both bum cheeks now. They've run out of spaces to get Bitcoin tattoos. Once we're starting to identify this, you're really going to think twice about your portfolio. You know, a lot of the people with Bitcoin heavy portfolios, you know, most of the market right now, most people are Bitcoin heavy and Ethereum heavy, and they are going to get destroyed. You know why? Because when Bitcoin's 80,000 and Ethereum is 8,000, these guys have not made enough multiplier. So they've only made, from an average price here, they're only up a 3x. They're like, what do you mean 3x, man? Like their 30 grand is now 90 grand. What do you mean 3x? I'm not a millionaire yet. That's what's going to be going through their mind. But me and you, we could see this coming miles away. It's going to be so obvious in hindsight and be like, oh, golly gee, how did I think we're going to get parabolic gains in Bitcoin and Ethereum again, even though every cycle is diminished? What I love is that still the crowd has not figured it out yet, because they still believe the Bitcoin Blackrock ETF is here to shake things up on the upside. But what they don't know is it's the government planning to shake us out to the downside. But you know what they can't shake out? You know exactly what it is. Our friendship. Tell mum and dad not to go for the cheese in the mousetrap. Like, subscribe, press the bell button, or I'm going to catch you in the next one.